Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Teaching Tuesday. This one's not so much a teaching episode as it is I want to pose a question to you and just get some feedback. So Christmas is coming up pretty quickly. It's about 3-4 weeks out, and it really got me thinking about Santa Claus. And me growing up, I grew up in a house where Santa Claus was a real figure who flew around the world in one night and gave presents to every good kid on his good list. I remember very distinctively the moment when I was either told or found out, or maybe a combination. It kind of unraveled where I found out Santa wasn't who I thought he was. And I remember the devastation that it was. I was bawling, I was crying. I felt like I had been lied to my whole life, that my whole life was a scam. And then all of a sudden I found out other figures weren't who they were or who I was told they were. And so it was really a very dramatic time in my life and left an impression on me. And I had a friend who, when we were kids, he grew up in a house where Santa was just not, it was just he wasn't real. And that had nothing to do with Christmas and so on and so on. And I remember him breaking the news to me as a kid, and I was in complete denial about that. I said, no way. And so Kia had a very similar experience as I did, that she grew up in a house where Santa was, this mystical figure, and also a young friend of hers when she was younger also shared the beans with her, or spilled the beans, I guess, about the truth about Santa Claus. So Kia and I have decided what we wanted to do, and I will share that next week with you. So make sure you subscribe so you can get the notification and click that little bell so you'll see when the next Teaching Tuesday is. And I'll share with you what we do. And but I would love to hear what you do and what your opinions and maybe why you do that. Maybe you had traumatic experience when you were a kid, or you really enjoyed that. So share with us what you either do with your kids if you have them, or maybe what you grew up in and whether you enjoyed that, whether you didn't enjoy that. It's hard for me to say. I don't know. I enjoyed the time believing Santa was real, but I also remember feeling just so hurt and betrayed when I found out he wasn't. So leave your comments below. Let us know, and let me know if you grew up in a house, how that was, or if you have kids, how you tackle the subject of Santa Claus and maybe even some of the other mystical figures out there. And I will see you guys next week, and I'll let you know what we do. Merry Christmas.